For the junior category, the karts are out on the circuit. We'll go through the grid for you in just a moment. Brando Badoea will start on pole position, as he did in the first heat earlier on in the week. The Italian was the fastest qualifier. He's the king of the one-lap qualifier. Andrea Kimi Antonelli taking the win just a few moments ago for the Kart Republic team, and Brando Badoea in the Kart Republic team. Chetila Racing will start on pole for juniors. Also in the KR chassis. It's a slightly overcast morning despite what you can see on your screen. Here are the karts with Brando 303 Kart Republic to start out of pole position, the fastest qualifier for the Kart Republic team. As we say, Andrea Kimi Antonelli taking the victory in OK just a few moments ago. In the junior category, it's an all-KR front row of the grid. Ugo, the American, 305 on the outside front row of the grid. And it's Harley Keeble from England on the second row. All Tony Kart second row of the grid. That is Harley 314 for Keebsy. Starts out of grid 3 alongside Alfio Spinner. And then Maxwell Dodds from England. The boy from Leeds in the north of the Queen's England, as you look at Il Siciliano, who starts on the second row of the grid. Alfio Spinner, former WSK Supermasters Series champion, also going back a few years to the mini category. New recruit for the Tony Kart Racing team. Just a few minutes away from the start. We welcome you live from all around the world watching us on WSK.it. This is the double-header weekend, the WSK Euro Series here at Lonato. The 1 minute board goes up. Brando to the right of your screen, Ugo to the left, Il Siciliano and Keebsy on the second row. In fact, we've got 3 English drivers inside the top 6, the Italian on pole with the American to the left of your screen. We'll take a look at the grid for you in its entirety in just a few moments, as we get set and ready to race over 17 laps. The OK Junior Final, the second round of the WSK Euro Series here at Lonato. Let's take a look at the grid. Brando on pole, Ugo grid 2, Keebsy and Alfio, Maxi Dodds and Josh Irfan, Timac and the Singaporean Christian Ho, Rafa Modanese from Lima, Peru, and the Czech Igor Chepil. The Bulgarian Lion Nikola Zolov for the DPK Racing team is alongside the Emirati Rashid Al-Daheri, Martinius for Team Rosberg, and the Londoner Lindblad, Duca Tappen and Dowie Tedeka. Fast Freddie Slater and the Roman Valerio Rinicella. The boy from Brazil, Matias Ferreira and Maceo Capieto. Will Mack out of 21 alongside the Jamaican sensation Alex Powell, Alexander Kubanko, Karol Pashovic, and another Menino do Brasil, Emo Fittipaldi. Connor Zilic from North Carolina, USA for the Ward Racing team. Sonny Smith from Southampton, England alongside Dion Gauda. Maxim Rem, Zachary David, the Filipino driver. Lucas Fluxa from Mallorca in the middle of the Mediterranean. It is alongside Romano Andriolo. Shu Dotsono from the land of the rising sun. And Riccardo Ianiello, the Italian for Team KGT out of grid 34. Brando 303, Chetila Racing on pole, the American alongside. We race. Ugo tries to go with him down the inside, Keeble around the outside. Harley goes through into position 2. Brando leads the opening lap of the race. Huge crash has claimed Kuharczyk. Kuharczyk, the pole smacks the Tech Pro barriers. And he's out, and also another pile up at the hairpin. We've got victims all around the circuit, including Rafa Modanese, Capieto and Will Mack. Kuharczyk, Modanese, William McIntyre and Maceo Capieto have all been claimed on the opening lap of the race. Take a look at this. They went into the OMP curve. Oh, it's Christian Ho coming together with Kuharczyk. Montanese goes round, a complete 360 for the Peruvian over the ripple strip, and the South American retires. Ugo into P3. And we go to Josh Irfan. In position 4 is the Londoner. We've got 3 Union Jacks inside the top 6 on our timing screen, but it's the Italian Brando Baduer for the Italia Kart Republic racing team who leads the way. Harley on the charge here this morning. He's been in the top 5 all week, couple of times in the top 3. Now he's in second place. Closing in on the race leader, Ugo looks nervous. The driver from New York, USA, as Alfio dives down the inside and takes the Ricky Flynn Motorsport driver, Josh Irfan. The Londoner goes back to P5. Dots in 6th, then it's Chepil. Last year's WSK Euro Series champion in the 60 mini category. Rashid's in 8th from Christian Ho. And Lindblad from London, the newly crowned WSK Supermaster Series champion. He's in position 10. The order at the bottom of your screen confirming what you've just heard. Brando in P1. And Harley, the gap just 0.3 of a second. Kart Republic again versus Tony Kart. So Alfio Spinner in 4th place. There's the 304 Tony Kart. He raced the first round of the series as a teammate to Brando, who you can see has just been passed by Keeble for the lead. It's a new team as we go into September, the second half of 2020. But it's actually really the first half of the racing season. Alfio Spinner for the Tony Kart racing team as Brando retakes the lead. The green machines in 2 and 4. Alfio is now behind Ugo, and the Kart Republic's 1 and 3. Josh Irfan for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. That's the Cosmic Kart as Keeble has another look down into the chicane. First and second now becomes a 5-kart fight for the lead. 17 laps, the final, as again Keeble dives down the inside, and they come across the line to start lap 5. Here's Ugo in P3. So it's Keeble, Baduer just. As we take a look at the replay, look at this, nicely done. Down the inside, Keepsy just launches the Tony Kart, takes the lead, but he's already lost it as we come back to live pictures. Brando, the fastest qualifier, determined to take a victory. He's the king, the master, Ayrton Senna style, at this young age of the 1-lap qualifier, as Ugo goes down the inside and Keeble across the grass. From the race lead, the Englishman in the Tony Kart is now back into position 5. Spinner, he's the top green machine, he's in 3rd. That's Maxwell Dots, just behind. It's all happening here this morning. The move down into the chicane by Ugo Ugochukwu. Keeble did not yield an inch. Did they make contact? Oh yes, big time. Keeble over the ripple strip, the runoff area. As Dodds on the charge here this morning. So the Union Jacks on our timing screen, 3, 4 and 5 with Harley, Maxwell and Josh. But it's the Italians who run 1 and 2. In fact, it's the Kart Republics that run 1 and 2, the Cetila racing team. Also racing at the Le Mans 24-hour race this morning, or overnight since yesterday, in fact. And their junior team, Brando, leads the way from the Sauber Kart Republic of Ugo Ugochukwu. He looks behind him. So let's take stock as they come across the line to start lap 7. Brando from Alfio, Max Dots. Then it's Josh, Keeble, Aldeheri, Lindblad, Christian Ho, Martinez, and the Jamaican Alex Powell now inside the top 10. He started on grid 22, but the 311 AKM Kart Republic absolutely flying this morning. He's gone by Valerio Renicella, Dowie Tedeka, Freddie Slater, and the American Connor Zilic. Just off screen is Connor, 358 for the Ward Racing team. As Ugo goes down the inside, the Kart Republics trade positions. Brando looks over his shoulder. It's just a bit of a gap back to the Tony Kart. He again has another nervous look. 3 hairpins. It's so hard to defend. Into the final few corners, Ugo 305, the Sauber Kart Republic 303, the Chetila Racing Kart Republic. I'll just ask you to stay with me for one moment as we check something on our timing screen. I will confirm it before announcing it, but stand by for some news that will rock you. Coming live from Lonato, Ugo Ugochukwu is in position 1 on the track. As Spinner goes down the inside, Spinner has just made the move for the lead. I'll tell you why. Ugo has copped a 10-second penalty. Ugochukwu has got a 10-second penalty, effectively handing the lead of the race to the Tony Kart of Spinner with this move right here that you can see on your screen. That was not for second, that was for the lead of the race. Ugo goes by in position 1. He's done a 48.137. He's the fastest driver on the circuit. But the American in the Sauber Kart Republic has been given a 10-second penalty. What an absolute shock here this morning. I'm not sure, you're not sure. In fact, Alfio Spinner himself is probably not even sure if he is the race leader. He's just done the fastest lap of the race, 48.029. Brando in second place in the race, despite the fact he's third on the road. Ugo, with a 10-second penalty, is down in 19th. Alfio Spinner with a 48.029 last time round. Well, the Tony Kart driver, this also affects the virtual championship. 2-4-2 for Alfio Spinner. In the series, Igor Chepil, the Czech Republic driver. He's in second in the virtual championship from Brando Badoea 168, who's third in the series. Ugo has just done a purple second sector. That has taken the sting out of the race. Ugo is leading on the circuit, but a 10-second penalty. So with that, let's check the order as we approach the dying stages of this race. Alfio Spinner effectively is the race leader. From Brando Badoer, Josh Irfani in third. From Maxwell Dodds and Harley Keeble. Harvard Lindblad, Martinez Stensoner, Rashid in eighth. Alex in ninth. And Christian Ho in position 10. Just confirming, absolutely no doubt, the driver on your screen, 3:05. He comes across the line in first place, but a 10-second penalty now puts him in 18th. Behind Alexander Gubenko and Freddie Slater, ahead of Tuukka Tappinen. So with the likes of Tuukka in the 3:13, Tony Kart is down in 19th. You can see how classy this field is here. Ugo Ugochukwu leads the race. He's got tremendous pace, but he's got a 10-second penalty and he's down in 18th. With now 5 laps to go remaining, meaning with 5 laps remaining that Alfio Spinner 3:04, the Sicilian, Il Siciliano, is effectively the race leader. Ugochukwu goes by and tumbles down the timing screen. So the battle is now on for the final step of the podium, which as it stands is being held by Maxwell Dodds. Irfan just goes by though. There's Martinez ahead of Rashid. That was Alex Powell and Nikola Zoloff. A 47.945 matched by Nikola Zoloff. And Ugo Ugochukwu, identical fastest laps for the American and the Bulgarian. The problem is Ugo is now down in 17th place with that 10-second penalty applied. Alfio Spinner is on his way to victory here this morning. Round 2 of the WSK Euro Series, which also counts as Il Campionato Italiano Karting per OK Junior. In English, this is the Italian Kart Racing Championships. These prestigious titles, which dates way back to the 1960s. Racing with us in the WSK Series for 2020. And Alfio Spinner is looking at not only taking the race win, but also the Italian Championships for OK Junior here this morning as well. Ugo will be absolutely heartbroken. He has driven superbly, well, with the exception of that 10-second penalty incurred off the start. Puts him down in 17th place with now 3 laps to go. There's the familiar bell helmet. He looks behind the driver from New York, USA in the Sauber Kart Republic. Another fastest lap, 47.893. He's a 10th of a second faster than Alfio and Brando. But it's the Italians that run 1 and 2. There's Josh in 3rd place in the race. Dodds from Leeds in England a step off the podium. The Union Jacks, 4 of them inside the top 6. 3, 4, 5 and 6. Josh Irfan, Maxwell Dodds, Lindblad and Harley Kleebel. Behind them, Martinia Sansone, the Team Rosberg Kart Republic. Rashid Aldaheri in the 368 Paralym. And the Jamaican Alex Powell, 2 days after his 13th birthday. The kid from the Caribbean in 9th, and Nikola Zoloff, the Bulgarian line for the DPK Racing Team. He's in 10th place. From Dedeka, Ho, Connor Zilic, Valerio Rinicella, Matias Ferreira, and Ugo on your screen is officially in 16th place. This is heartbreaking. Ugo on his way to, well, I won't even say a moral victory. A penalty is a penalty. You cannot argue with the referee. He will greet the checkered flag. I'm not even sure. He must have seen the board in the early stages of the race. He'll see the last lap board now. Alfio Spinner controls the race. Il Siciliano. Does he even know that he's on his way to victory? This is the last lap. OK Junior, round 2 of the WSK Euro Series. Of course, we come back this afternoon to decide the titles for 2020. Ugo has got a lead on track of 0.7 of a second, but Alfio Spinner has done everything right. Ugo goes down the hill. He's in 16th place, but Alfio Spinner is on his way to victory. Fastest qualifier again, Brando Badoer. Misses out on the victory again, Brando Badoer. Josh Irfan in 3rd, the top Englishman for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. Ugo rounds the final corner. The 10 seconds will be applied, giving the victory to Il Siciliano. Alfio Spinner, oh yes, he knows it. He definitely knows it. Punches the air. The 304 Tony Kart takes the victory officially from Badoer, and Josh from London, England for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. The 324 Cosmic on the podium in 3rd place. Heartbreaking for Ugo, but that quite simply is motorsport. The infringement incurred off the start. As we take a look at the replay, he was under investigation from prior to the start, in fact. They went down off the start. Kuharczyk, of course, remember that, and Modenese went out, as did Massimo Cappietto on the very first lap of the race. Brando going through, the fastest qualifier, wanted to win the race. At this stage, Ugo was right there in the battle, but then he was awarded the 10-second penalty. Keeble going off the road. Ultimately, Harley would finish in 6th place. Ugo taking the lead in the race from Brando, but it was in vain. Alfio Spinner. This was effectively the move that gave the Sicilian the race victory here this morning. The checkered flag out for Ugo with the 10-second penalty. He crosses the line in 14th place. Spinner wins from Badoer, and Josh Irfan, the first of the English drivers, home in 3rd. Then it's Dodds, Lindblad, Keeble 6th, Martinia 7th, Rashid, last year's Euro Series champion and Supermasters Series champion in the mini category, he's 8th. The Jamaican Alex Powell 9, and Nikola Zoloff, the Bulgarian Lion, rounds out the 10. Ugo classified 14th, as you can see. The 305 Sauber Kart Republic. And with that, Spinner takes the victory here this morning in round 2 of the WSK Euro Series and also in Campionato Italiano Arci Sport, the Italian Championship as well. Stay with us on WSK.it, the podium presentation in just a moment.
OK Junior, the WSK Euro Series, the national anthem of Italia. The podium for OK Junior, round 2 of the WSK Euro Series, Josh Brando and Alfio Spina. Of course, this is also the Italian Championships for 2020 for OK Junior. So we will award the titles for 2020 to the same drivers as well. The flags stay the same on the podium, the Union Jack and the 2 Italian flags.